The story of Dundukari and Gokarna. The couple were childless and were worried about that. They did many austerities and yagnas. They donated wealth and fed the poor and the Brahmins. Nothing seemed to please the gods, and it only increased their anxiety. One day a dejected Atmadeva left home in frustration. He was wandering the forests near his village. At noon, thirsty and tired, he went to a well there and drank water. While resting nearby the well, he noticed a sannyasi sitting nearby. They got talking and Atmadeva felt that the learned man can help him. Atmadeva told the sannyasi about his childless state and requested him to help him somehow. The sannyasi dissuaded Atmadeva and said that having a child doesn't always give a person happiness, as then a person gets worried about the child's health, learning, habits, etc. Atmadeva was adamant and said that getting a child would give him and his wife the greatest happiness. Finally, the sannyasi relented. He gave Atmadeva a fruit and asked him to give it to his wife. Atmadeva gave the fruit to his wife Dhunduli. Dhunduli was not happy. She was suspicious about eating the fruit and did not know how it will affect her and if it would give her a healthy child. She called her sister and told her that she did not want to eat the fruit, but her husband expected her to. Dhunduli's sister told her, "Sister, don't do it if you are uncomfortable. I am going to have a child in a few months' time. I shall give the child to you. As I am poor, please pay my husband some amount so that he would not object and can give you the newborn in secret." Dhunduli was happy with the plan. She then asked her sister, "What should I do with this fruit that my husband brought?" Her sister said, "Just give it to your cow." The sisters went ahead with this devious plan. Atmadeva was happy that his wife was pregnant. After a few months, Dhunduli pretended to have a child a few hours after her sister. The sisters told everyone that Dhunduli's child survived, while her sisters did not. Dhunduli convinced her husband to invite her sister to stay with them to feed the newborn, as she was unable to give enough nourishment to the child. Atmadeva agreed for the sake of his son, and all was well. Atmadeva and Dhunduli named their son Dundukari. After a few months, the cow that ate the blessed fruit gave birth to a human child that looked divine and glorious. Except that the baby had pulled ears like a cow. Atmadeva, who was unaware of his wife's doings, was still happy about having a second child in his home. He named the newborn son Gokarna, cow's ears. The two boys grew up in the same household but could not have been more different. While Dundukari was lazy, arrogant and indulgent, Gokarna was studious, respectful and pious. At a particular age, Gokarna left home to pursue further studies in religion and philosophy from gurus in other kingdoms. Time passed. Dundukari became very selfish and violent and indulged in all kind of prohibited practices and acquired many bad habits. Atmadeva was distressed to see his son degenerate so much and retired to the forest and died of heartbreak. Dundukari beat up his mother and tried to take all the wealth. Heartbroken and repenting for her many mistakes, Dhunduli committed suicide by jumping into the well. With both parents gone, Dundukari was uncontrollable. He became a violent thief, living with many women in his parents' home. He completely forgot his lineage and teachings of his father and gurus. One day, the women living with him decided that they will kill him and take all his wealth before he gets arrested by the soldiers and they lose everything. They made a plan. That night, they got Dundukari intoxicated with lot of wine. When he had slept into his heavy sleep, they took a rope and made a noose out of it and tried to hang him. When he did not die, they set him on fire using hot coals. He died in severe pain and shock. The inauspicious death of Dundukari, coupled with the kind of sins he committed during his life, made him a restless spirit. He wandered all over his village and was terrifying travelers in the night. Dundukari was in deep misery and did not know how to get salvation from his state as a ghost. What happened to him? Did he attain peace? Let us see in the next story.